This ball game in the record book, 38-14 is the final score. It was way too much too early.
We have everything that outdoor athletic sports, from football to soccer to baseball to softball to track and field to the football practice fields. We even help maintain inside of Palmyra on that synthetic turf over there. So it's a lot of work, and I get questions all the time from people saying, oh, well, you do baseball too, or oh, you do soccer. We literally have everything that any athletic team practices on outside.
They do a great job. Our field, is always in prime condition. I think it's been voted the last couple years as the best playing surface in all of college football. So they do just a tremendous job. It doesn't just look great from the outside. Different designs we put on the field, they do a great job with that stuff and making it look good. But the quality of the field, how the field holds up in all types of weather, it does make it the best playing surface in college football.
We start preparations for game week back in April, May, when the Bermuda grass actually starts to wake up, to green up. We start preparing for football season then. We start getting everything ready, beating it up, tearing it up. You have to pound this grass. A lot of people think, oh, you baby it, all that stuff. Well, we actually beat it up, aerifying it, verticutting it, top dressing it, the whole 9 yards. We have to beat this thing up so it will withstand the pressures and the abuse that the college athletes put on it. Now, as far as once we get to the season and get through camps and high school jamborees and all of that stuff, we will be recuperating right before game week. So game week, first Monday and Tuesday, we will start stringing out some of the logos, the end zones and stuff. We still have an old school method here when it comes as far to painting. We have everything you see painted out here minus the midfield logo and the two small logos, which this year the midfield logo with the new and improved Big M State, we do still use the old school method of nail and string, and we will freehand all of the paint up next to the string, making it as straight and crisp as possible. That's Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday we will actually start painting. It takes from Wednesday morning at daylight until about Friday at 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere when we're, up in there when we get through. As far as quantity of paint, we go through anywhere from 350 to 500 gallons of paint per game week. It's a lot of paint. It's very hard on you. It's very time consuming. But at the end of the day on Friday when you get to take that picture, it's all worth it. I personally like the surprise effect on fans. I like to hear their compliments, their complaints. Some like it, some don't, naturally. But I like to have that surprise effect. The border is really the only thing that I can change weekly. And so I like to throw a different, throw a curveball in there. Some people like what I do, some people don't. I don't get too crazy with it, but it's fun being able to change it up from week to week.
I think that we have one of the best fields in college that I've played in since I've been here. The field's always very even. You're never going to find a pothole. You're never going to find a crown too big or anything like that. The grass is always cut really well. The sideline design that they did last game was pretty sweet. They obviously do a phenomenal job taking care of our field, and we can't appreciate them more.
I love our field. It's my favorite field to play on for sure. I love the grass. I think the field always looks very nice. Auburn game, I think that was my favorite field preparation that we've had, and our grass will probably forever be my favorite to play on.
I do it for the kids. I'm a washed-up athlete. I couldn't make it to this level like some of these kids have. So the next best thing in my mind was to be around it every day, was to do this. Back from even when I was in high school and junior high, I was always mowing yards and making money on the side and stuff like that, helping prepare, athletic fields that I was playing on myself. So I had a desire to do this, and once I was no longer able to play anymore, in high school I never even knew there was a major for this. And when I got here and discovered it, I fell in love with it, and this is what I chose to do, and this is what I love to do.
Hi, Dak Prescott here. After losing my mom to colon cancer in 2013, it became personal to me. It is the second leading cancer killer. The good thing though, it can be prevented, it can be treated, and it can be beaten. So if you're 50 or older, get screened. Do it for me and do it for yourself.
Come see us at Gastroenterology Associates or Baptist Cancer Center.
Locations in Columbus and Starkville.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops.
Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
They're a very good football team, had excellent defensive line, skilled players across the board, great running backs. They're loaded with talent, and so we knew we were going to play a very good football team.
We felt good the first drive. We had a good week of practice. I think we were expecting to do that the whole game. It was a good first drive.
He was breaking on the ball, right place at the right time. The receiver dropped the ball, tipped it up in the air, and he was able to catch it and and get a play for us.
The quarterback tried to throw a bender across the middle, and Kevon was there at the right time to make a good play on the ball.
Now they give it to Petway, and he drives to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn Tigers.
In that situation, you can't worry about the score. You can't get stressed about it. You can't start, fighting between each other. You can't have any discourse. You just got to come together as a team and learn how to get back up after you've been knocked down.
White waiting for the snap, will take it, give it to Petway, and he just pushes his way under the end zone. Handling the football, give it to Petway. He pushes forward, and he is at the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown. Auburn defense in a four-man front. Loosen up the secondary. Fitzgerald getting pressured and is going to be sacked and fumbles the ball. Auburn picks it up. Montavious Adams will run it in for a touchdown. And if it all stands up, and it looks like it will, Auburn will have taken a 34-0 lead in the football game. And the wheels have totally come off right now.
I think it's just poor execution all around. I mean, every play you just have to do your 1/11th, and every play there just seemed to be that one person or two people or anything like that wasn't doing their 1/11th.
At halftime, I mean, it's all about just, you know, not staying together, sticking together, you know, the good times and the bad. You know, as a football team, you're not always going to have good times. It's not going to be perfect your entire career. You know, you're going to have games where you're struggling to hold on, and you just got to find a way to grab the rope and keep holding on.
And here's Sean White. He gets time. He's got all day in the world, and now he's caught and dropped. He waited too long to let go of it, and the Bulldogs get in there and get the sack. Man in motion, third down play over the middle, open receiver. Mixon with the catch at the 50, sprints to the 40, and caught and dropped at about the 37-yard line.
Keith's a guy that, you know, was a high school running back. We moved to a slot receiver. You know, we knew he's a dynamic player with the ball in his hands, but you're starting to see a guy now that is starting to understand how to run routes, get open, and play like a wide receiver. And so, you know, you get to see him actually not just, you know, hand him the ball or on a sweep or something of that nature, but go run routes, get the ball in his hands, and let him be productive down the field.
Off a play action fake, and now Fitzgerald on the move, gonna throw it, and the pass is caught. Staying in bounds is Deere. He's headed to the end zone. He caught it inside the 20. He sprints in for a touchdown. Is that Mixon? That is Mixon. And how he stayed in bounds, I don't know. Keith Mixon somehow got his feet down and did not go out of bounds. He's running a route into the sideline.
Originally, he had a wheel route down the sideline, and I felt pressure, so I escaped out of the pocket, and he saw that and just kind of came back, like almost ran like a comeback route right towards the sideline, and I saw him throw a wobbly pass. He caught it, and broke the guy's tackle, stayed in bounds, and scored. It was a pretty great play.
Torrey Dale playing, and it is Dale who gets help on a tackle from Jung as the two of them corroborate to make a tackle, and they're fighting for the football as if there's a fumble. Now he says, yes, they do. We'll have to see it on replay. Torrey Dale was trying to wrestle it out along with Jung.
I just think in the second half, some guys stopped worrying so much about the score and just started, you know, and just worrying about, you know, playing better. And I think we did play a little bit better in the second half, kind of how we should have been playing the whole game, which is, you know, kind of a common theme that we've had, you know, throughout our, you know, 5 games. You know, we're worrying a little bit too much, you know, in some halves, and some halves we're playing how we should be playing.
Looks to the sidelines, fires it in there. Jamal Couch with the catch. And he's trying to break a tackle inside the 15. He caught it at the 15, trying to get away from his defender and wrestled out of bounds at about the 14 or maybe the 13-yard line. Now back to pass, getting some protection, throwing in the middle, caught at the 5 and gets to the goal line, and in for the touchdown is Fred Ross. His 15th career receiving touchdown.
One of the things, you get down in there, you're expecting, you know, all kinds of man coverage. We want to get Fred, try to get a matchup on Fred, get him on a crossing route. We're able to get him on a crossing route. You know, it actually the third read by Fitz on the play, so a really good job by him going through the progression, getting to the third read, getting the ball to Fred, and Fred turned it up. He made it close. I thought he could have dove in the end zone right away and kind of made a defender miss and went to the pylon, which but got in the end zone, which is what's important.
I think this game was, you know, actually a game that some of these young guys need. They need to kind of understand, you know, what this program was built on, and it's built on hard work and playing tough and physical, and you know, that's kind of been our Mississippi State mindset for a long time, and I think some of these young guys are just figuring that out. of how to play physical, how to play tough, you know, how to continuously give, you know, unbelievable effort. And I think that's something they can learn from this game.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops.
Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
This year, don't just dream about it, go! Turn to Prime Sport for exclusive access to the biggest sporting events on the planet. With premium seats, VIP access, exclusive pre-game events, and more. Go to primesport.com now.
Dog Talk has a new home, and that home is the Veranda. Join me, Dan Mullen, every Thursday during football season for dinner and Dog Talk Live. The Veranda is home to the best steaks in Starkville and the best blue plates in Mississippi. Jay Yates is always cooking up something delicious. I'll see you at the Veranda, where it's all about the flavor.
BYU, they're, you know, really good, mature team. Their offense is a good offense, and, you know, we've got to come in there and try to shut down the run. They're going to try to run the ball, so, you know, we're going to play great defense and shut them down.
They're a good team. It's going to be a later game. It's going to be up north. It's going to be cold. It's obviously an away game, a hostile environment. They're a really good team. They just beat Michigan State at Michigan State this past week. They're mainly some older guys, you know, due to, you know, the mission trips and things that they do. So playing some guys that are going to be older than what we're used to, and really good, talented football team. So it's going to be a good test.
They're an excellent football team. Having some experience, having gone against them as an assistant coach before, know them a little bit. They're a very, very, very physical football team on both sides of the ball. They're going to be very aggressive defensively, blitz, movement, come at you from all different directions, and really try to confuse you on offense. For us on the defense side of the ball, their offense, they got a 6-year veteran leader, quarterback guy that can throw, can run, has toughness, leadership, the total package. And you know, he's got one of the leading rushers in college football to hand the ball off to in the backfield, and some great receivers to throw it to. So they're an excellent football team, and we're going to have to play at a top level.